Hi guys, I'm Mary. You guys all know me. I'm Miss P for today, and you guys are going to learn about rational exponents, Chapter 7, Lesson 6. And it's pretty much what you guys went over in Chapter 7-4, to the nth root. But this time a number is going to come into play. You're going to have exponential form, and they're gonna ask you to convert it into radical form. So exponential form looks like this: a over 1 to the 4th, and then radical form looks like this. Hold on one second, I forgot what that little thing is called. Over the square root a, that's your radical form. What you do to change it into radical form, you're going to take your denominator, which is this one here, your denominator, and you're going to put it outside of the square root. So your denominator goes on the outside, and your numerator your denominator goes on the inside. Your numerator will go on the outside. And you put it into parentheses, and that's how you change it into radical form. So you know that you can break down 8. So what you see here, I'm breaking it down. So 4 times 2, and then 2 times 2. So then you get 3 2s. 1, 2, 3, right? One group of 3 out, if that makes sense. Because 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. So you can take one group of 3 out, because you see how it's 3? That's one group of 3. So you can take it out, and you end up with 2 parentheses square root equals 4. So if you like, you can pause it and take down notes. And if you guys don't really understand it, please feel free to ask Miss P for questions in class, and I will probably be there too. But yeah, now we're going to do examples. And if you look in your textbook and go to page 419, do numbers 6, 10, and 14 for your notes. Okay, so in our first example, we have 49 to the negative 1 over 2, to the negative 1/2. So we are changing this into radical form. This is exponential form, so you're going to be turning exponential form into radical form. And this is what's different about this lesson. Okay. So remember that your denominator goes on the inside. So remember, if it's okay, so your denominator goes on the inside always. 49, and your numerator goes on the outside. But since there's a negative here, we have to change that into a fraction. So that you can take the negative away. Here's your fraction. And you're always going to keep that 2 there. This is your currency. Okay, so after you do that, you know that 7 goes into 49 twice. So you go 1, and you keep your currency there. 7 times 7, which equals 49, the square root. And then you can take out 2 7s. So I guess you guys know that from the previous lesson. You could take out 2 7s, and your final answer, since you took out the 2 7s, you don't need your currency anymore. So it equals 1 over 7, and that's your final answer. Example 2. It's pretty much the same thing, but we're not dealing with negatives anymore. Remember that your denominator goes on the inside. Yes. Yes, okay. So 5, 32, parentheses. If it's a 1 on the top, you don't have to do parentheses unless it's negative, I think. But since the numerator is a 2, you have to put parentheses around it always, okay? And obviously we can break down 32. So I'm going to go here and break it down. So 8 times 4, 4 times 2, 2 times 2, 2 times 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. So now we're going to go back here. So, hold on one second. Okay, so now we're going to go back here and we keep our 5 there. Your currency, you always keep it there. And remember the denominator goes on the inside. So it's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then your cube squared on the outside. Okay, so we can take 5 2's out of this, or 2 5's. No, 5 2's, sorry. And we have them here. So now, since we can take 5 2's, then we go here, equals, remember, since it's squared, equals 4. And that's your final answer. So your answer should never have the currency left or your squared. Always simplify it as much as possible. Okay, and write this down, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask Miss P in case you didn't understand this. Okay, bye guys!